Well, we just heard one person's success story of how exercise and movement were key to their health and wellness. Tina Bailey, a personal trainer with Cone Health Sagewell Health and Fitness, with us to continue that conversation. So let's just start, why movement and exercise is so important, not just for the short term, but for long-term health.
For long-term health, it's definitely important for managing weight, boosting metabolism, and more importantly, about building strength, which builds muscles and also helps with making our bones stronger. People don't realize that as we get older, our bones get more brittle. And what they need is that exercise, and especially resistance bearing type exercise, to keep the bones strong. So, also, it helps with reducing anxiety, improving sleep. There's so many benefits to long term exercise.
Yeah, and it's not just because you want to fit into a pair of jeans, it's because you want to be able to move and move well for a long period of time. All right, so let's talk about the benefits, the improvements in one's life that you've seen in folks that have been working with Sagewell.
Um, there's so many different ones. We do a lot of medical fitness here. I mean, we're obviously open to the general public, but because we're affiliated with Cone Health, we do a lot of medical fitness. So we get a lot of referrals from physical therapists and physicians. Once a patient has gone through the process, whether it's a hip replacement surgery, and they've gone through physical therapy, but they want to continue getting healthy. So today is such a great time to be in this profession because physical therapists and physicians are understanding the benefits of continuing that exercise because they're targeting that one, let's say the hip replacement. They're targeting that hip. They're trying to make that better. We come in after the fact and we not only focus on that and any prescriptions that as far as exercise that the physical therapist gives us, but we also focus on how it impacted the rest of the body. It can impact the posture. It can impact how they walk. So we work on improving that. So you can see people come in and post surgery and they're using a walker. And then a few weeks later, all of a sudden they walk in and they're using a cane. And then a few weeks after that, they don't need any assistance to walk anymore. So that's what's so great about medical fitness.
Okay. For someone that's just starting out their exercise routine or starting over for the first time or for the 11th time, how often do you have to exercise to get results? And when should you expect to start feeling that positive or seeing the benefits of that?
So we recommend at least 3 to 4 times a week, minimum of 30 minutes for each workout. And you want a good combination of not just cardio, but strength. That's actually as important, if not more important than just cardio. Cardio is great for heart health for sure, but resistance training and strength training help with, again, building the muscles, making the bones stronger. So if you get committed to this and you're here a good 3 to 4 times a week, you should start seeing the benefits, or at least feeling the benefits within a couple of weeks. And then to really start seeing changes, it takes anywhere from 6 weeks to 8 weeks to see those physical changes start to happen.
All right. So 6 weeks to 8 weeks, it sounds like, oh, okay, I'll be seeing it. And then you start calculating, you're like, ooh, that's a long time. So how do we stay motivated? What are some ways to keep that motivation going to stick to that fitness plan?
The biggest motivation I've seen is a lot of people want that accountability. So they want, whether it's a partner, a workout partner, or even a personal trainer. I mean, a lot of people do actually just hire personal trainers solely because they want that accountability, because they know if they make that appointment, they're going to show up. And you also want to make it fun, although hear a lot of people say, well, exercise is not fun. I don't see it as fun. But there are ways that we can tweak that so that it is fun. And it needs to be convenient. It needs to be convenient to their homes or their work. It needs to be a convenient time of day. So those are all factors to work in to keep you motivated so that you don't burn out or feel like it's just another inconvenience in your day.
Okay. How about the difference between fitness and medical fitness? Because some people would benefit from medical fitness, but they just don't know what it is.
Okay, so that's a great question. Medical fitness, and it's what I've had a hard time, especially with my family, describing what I do. Um, General fitness is basically about physical improvement, often aesthetic, and it's kind of a one size fits all. Just come in, we'll show you some different exercises to work the entire body, and then you're off and running. Medical fitness is a lot different, and this is kind of simplification here, but it's almost like when physical therapy benefits run out, we step in, and so we still consider the injury or the illness that that person was seeing a professional for before, and then we take it from there and keep that in consideration as we target the entire body. So that's the difference between medical fitness and general fitness.
Okay, we're going to continue this conversation in the next few minutes. Like, what is moderate? You always hear, do some moderate exercise. We're going to answer that when we come back.